Everyone, I'm Malibu Sean Bateman, welcome again, and well, I want to do an honest chat right now about movies, and well, so if you watch some of my blogs here, I shoot what I think will happen for straight-to-video sequels to a movie franchise changing characters from actors, and you see, I know that Disney, and I quote, the sequel spawning monster that they are, and you see, they have done so many great animated movies over the years that actually had a theatrical release, then they had a sequel. You see, those sometimes the animated movies and sometimes the live action movies, they always have depends on what franchise. Some go to the theaters, some don't. I know for a fact Peter Pan, the one that they did many years ago, they went to theaters. Then about 30 years later, or so, about in the storyline, but it took them about 40 years to actually get the sequel out. I know between 40 and 50 years. I don't know what year Peter Pan came out. They actually came out took them about 40 years to get the sequel out of the theaters, while The Little Mermaid made, I shit you not, great movie from back in the 80s that went to theaters, and then though the Little Mermaid franchise had straight-to-video releases. Cinderella did too, and that's kind of BS. If you have a franchise, you know what? Continue pumping it out. Pumping sequel after sequel at the theaters instead of straight to video. You see? If it's a TV movie, fine. If it's why not continue on the storyline at the theaters to break in more money? And heck, look at Darkman. You see, it's Sam Raimi's B-movie-esque superhero movie, which had great release at theaters, tripled the budget in return. It came about maybe about $18 million worth at 1989 money budget. Then they went to theaters and brought in triple the budget, which I think was pretty awesome. Then somehow the wise guys at Universal Studios said, you know what? Let's not take the sequel that had $18 million budget, made us triple the money back, and put that movie franchise straight to video. And while we're here, why not let's change the main actor from Irish Chuck Norris, Liam Neeson, to South African Arnold Vosloo. You see, I don't know why in the hell they did that. You see, to me, Liam Neeson, he is badass. Arnold Vosloo, depends on the role he takes. Some of his roles are good, some of his are bad. And Liam Neeson, I've seen some of his works before Darkman and some after. It depends on what role he takes. He's sure an Academy Award nominated actor for Schindler's List, which I think he was freaking rocked, mind you. And I loved him in the Taken series and the 18 movie as Hannibal, which I think he was the perfect choice as Hannibal Smith. And when I said Arnold Russell took over, I was given the two sequels part. Either Return of Durant and Die Darkman That Die. Worst actor, supporting actor, worst actress, worst movie, and in the A-Team, I think they did some good choices for the characters myself, you see. They chose a good actor choice as Faceman, Bradley Cooper. He is technically a good choice, but to me, seeing him getting the torch from Dirk Benedict to Faceman, to Bradley Cooper as the passing the torch was nice, and Sheldon Copley, who played Murdoch in the live action the movie, he got the torch passed to him by Dwight Schultz, who played Murdoch back in the day, and I waited years to hear Dwight Schultz, H.M. Murdoch himself, calling Murdoch freaking nuts. I said, and it took him a little over 20 years to actually come up with that. It's just like a few years ago, it took Bobby Heenan, the WWE Hall of Famer, many a year to say that he was the Weasel. And like I said, I want all these people there. I'm tired of seeing straight-to-video sequels and actors playing a role that wasn't originally his or hers, that was in the first movie. And also, there's some movie franchises that actually should be close to the franchise as is. I'm not gonna complain about Transformers or G.I. and G.I. Joe. You see, the movies have good concept, but sometimes you have to pay attention to the first season of each franchise closely to actually get the storyline right. No changing love interest or changing this character for the side. Like, why not make this character in Autobot as a Decepticon and this character from the Decepticons as an Autobot, which technically, unless if it's actually based on an episode which actually happened, which we seen Decepticon, Skyfire actually turned from Decepticon all the way to Transformers because of his ethics. So it's Malibu Sean Bateman signing off.